Hi guys, welcome to Sourcing Classes. This is Hima Hegde presenting before you a video session on the anthropology related current affairs. To begin with, let us look at the topics under light for the week. The details or the descriptions for the following topics have been provided in the A&D documents, that is the Anthropology News Diary, which you will find in the official Sourcing Classes website, that is www.sourcingclasses.com. So here are the topics based on archaeology, based on the tribal affairs, based on physical or biological anthropology and the socio-cultural anthropology for the week that is from 1st of April to 9th of April. For today, that is in today's session, we will be looking into 4 topics, that is the Annamaya Tribal Health Collaborative, water conservation methods used by the indigenous tribes, humans were actually apex predators for 2 million years, Indus Valley food culture. So to begin with, we have the Annamaya Tribe Health Collaborative. To begin with, we have the Annamaya Tribal Health Collaborative. So context, that is, why exactly is it in news? Recently, the Ministry of Tribal Affairs has launched the Tribal Health Collaborative, THC, the Tribal Health Collaborative Annamaya through a video conference. In 2018, an expert committee released comprehensive report on tribal health in India, which highlighted the issues and concerns of the tribal health, hence the Annamaya initiative. What is the aim of the same? It is to build a sustainable, high-performing health ecosystem to address the key health challenges faced by the tribal population of India. So what exactly is it? What exactly is Annamaya? It is an initiative that brings together the governments, philanthropists, national and international foundations, the NGOs, that is the non-governmental organizations, or the community-based organizations, that is the CBOs, to end all the preventable deaths among the tribal communities of India. In order to end all the preventable deaths among the tribal communities in India, it will converge efforts of various government agencies and organizations to enhance the health and nutrition status of the tribal communities of India. So it brings together all these organizations and is aiming at enhancing the health and nutrition status of the tribal communities in India. Let us look at the stakeholders. So this is a multi-stakeholder initiative of the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Piramal Foundation. So what is Piramal Foundation? It is the philanthropic arm of the Piramal Group. The foundation undertakes projects under the 4 broad areas, that is healthcare, education, livelihood creation and youth empowerment. And Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, that is BMGF. So let us now look at the operation. It will begin its operation with 50 tribal aspirant districts, that is with more than 20% of scheduled tribe population across 6 high tribal populated states. Over a 10-year period, the work of the THC will be extended to 177 tribal districts and will be recognized by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Let us now look into the other initiatives related to the tribal committees or the communities. First one, Program for Capacity Building of Scheduled Tribes Representatives in Local Self-Governments. It is aimed at empowering the Tribal Panchayati Raj Institution, representatives by enhancing their decision-making capabilities, at local government level. Then we have the Thousand Springs Initiative. The Thousand Springs Initiative aims at improving access to safe and adequate drinking water for the tribal communities living in the difficult and inaccessible parts of the rural areas in the country. Then we have the Tribal Health Cell. A Tribal Health Cell is being set up in the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. It will help central ministries and state governments to facilitate and strengthen the primary health care and invest in the tribal health research. Moving on, we have the next topic, that is the water conservation methods by indigenous tribes. On the World Water Day, a study or survey conducted revealed how tribes across India developed techniques to conserve water to combat the dry arid months and water storage. Now the following are the indigenous methods adopted. Firstly, we have the Bavdi, that is the step wells. Architecturally imposing, the majority were built in the honor of kings and queens. In the honor of kings and queens. These were square structures, as you can see in the picture. These were square structures and had several design elements that showcase the architectural styles of their era. With a lifespan of about 3 decades, many of them were discarded and were even used to dump waste. The most common places or the most well-known states with step wells are Gujarat, Rajasthan and Karnataka. The second one would be Johars, also known as the water pits. Johars are among the oldest conservation systems in the world. Oldest water conservation systems in the world. These water pits are used to recharge the groundwater. These are dug with a higher elevation on 3 sides. The soil that is removed is used to construct a wall. To store the water that is collected during the monsoon. This water then seeps into the soil to recharge the groundwater and prevent the soil from drying. A network of johars can also be created to prevent structural damage. Johars are still used in many parts of rural India. Moving on, here's the third water conservation method, that is the Zabo. Found in Nagaland, this system is also called as Ruza by the locals. This system combines water conservation method with the animal care. In the monsoon, water is collected in pond-like structures dug into the hillsides. The water then passes through the cattle yards carrying manure to the paddy fields. Fish are also reared in the paddy fields, that is fish rearing also takes place along the indigenous medicinal herbs. The last one is Vidas. This is the name given to the method of conserving water practiced by the nomadic Maldhari tribes of Run of Kutch. Shallow wells are dug in the sand to create a jheel, that is called as the natural pool. Due to the salt content in the soil, the rainwater seeps in and collects over the salty groundwater owing to the difference in the density wells. The tribesmen also planted vegetation around these pools to protect them. So next, we have an article discussing if the humans were actually apex predators for 2 million years. So here we have a question. Were Stone Age humans specialized carnivores or were they generalist omnivores? So the following instances and explanations help us draw the necessary conclusion. First one, producing and maintaining strong acidity. Now this requires a large amount of energy and its existence is evidence for consuming the animal products. Strong acidity provides protection from harmful bacteria found in meat, and prehistoric humans hunting large animals whose meat sufficed for days or even weeks often consumed old meat containing a large quantities of bacteria and thus needed to maintain a high level of acidity. Another indication of being the predators is the structure of the fat cells in our bodies. In the bodies of omnivores, fat is stored in a relatively small number of large fat cells. However, in the predators, including humans, it is stored as large number of small fat cells. Coming to the archaeological evidence, that is another indication. Evidence from human biology is also supplemented by the archaeological evidence. For instance, research on stable isotopes in the bone of prehistoric humans as well as hunting practices unique to humans show that humans specialized in hunting large and medium-sized animals with high fat content. Evidence from human biology also suggests that the remains of the large animals found in countless archaeological sites are the result of humans' high expertise as hunters of large animals. Thus, the claim that the humans were apex predators throughout most of their development may provide a broad basis of fundamental insights on the biological and the cultural evolution of humans. Lastly, we have the Indus Valley food culture. Coming to the context, a recent study published in the Journal of Archaeological Science titled Lipid Residues in Pottery from the Indus Civilization in Northwest India presents some important findings of the diversity of food culture that is prevalent in the Indus Valley civilization. So let us now look into the findings one by one. Firstly, there is clear evidence of the diversity of plant products and the regional variation in cropping practices. In the study, both summer and winter-based cropping was practiced. With the evidence of barley, wheat, rice and millets. Apart from cereals, the archaeobotanical assemblage is extremely diverse, classified or characterized by a range of winter and summer pulses, oil seeds and fruits. The overall lipid profiles of Indus Valley fragments from all sites suggest the presence of degraded animal fats such as dairy or carcass fats. Indus Valley or the Indus vessels also show association with the dairy processing. A broad similarity in products is observed across both rural and urban sites, possibly indicating a regional culinary unity. Also, there has been use of perforated vessels. So that's about it for today's video session. Hope you found it informative. So that's about it for today. For any details regarding the course, do visit the official website of Sourcing Classes, that is www.sourcingclasses.com. Thank you.